Hello everybody, all over the world. Yes, hello, I'm GPS. And today we're going to look at these two weapons, which is the Tomislav Set. It's also the Knuckles, which I forgot to mention, but you don't use melee weapons that often as a heavy. And for those of you who don't know, we do this show twice a week, and you can submit suggestions for what you want us to cover, stuff like that. And today we're going to cover the Tomislav, that's this one, and then the family business, the shotgun. So just to give a bit of what differentiates the different weapons as the following. The Tomislav, it spins up 10% faster. I mean, the Tomislav has gotten a lot of nerf. When it first came out, it was spinning up like 80% faster than the regular minigun. And it was really, really fast and really, really good. And then they nerfed it to 40, and now they nerfed it to 10. And the thing about the Tomislav is that it doesn't make a sound when you were spun up. So you can kind of be like more sneaky. And we're going to be looking into that, how to be sneaky. But being sneaky mostly works when you're waiting for your opponents to come onto you, like waiting in a corner and stuff like that. And then you have the shotgun. The shotgun has eight shots instead of 6, but it does 15% less damage. However, if you fire like all 8 shots, like in a row, like 8 shots, you will actually do more damage than the regular shotgun. But that is only if you like completely empty your mag. You will do about like 80 more damage or so. So probably the shotgun is probably the least used weapon. So we will go into the first replay of today, which is a user submitted one. We got a ton of these today, and this is of course male. I think the first time submitter here is the Knuckles. They do 60% less damage, but swing 50% faster, which means you can get a lot of damage output early on. So he's going to be playing here on Lakeside using the Tomislav, which sounds like a boat when you shoot it. Yes, as soon as he wants to shoot something, you can hear it's completely silent. There you go. All right. Okay. You know what this sounds like to me? Sounds like a boat. This kind. Can you imagine that? Like he goes, "Oh, look, here's a boat." Yeah. So that's a Tomislav sound. And there's currently a bug with the Tomislav sound that sometimes you shoot and when you stop, it keeps shooting. So it sounds like you keep shooting, but you don't. But the only thing is that you don't hear this bug. Everybody else does. So that's something to be careful about until it gets fixed. So just always spin up your gun one extra time after you're done shooting to reduce the sound. And here's the shotgun. You can see also getting random crits as well. This gun is, of course, it does 50% less damage, the shotgun. And the Tomislav does the same amount of damage as the regular minigun, and it spins up faster. However, it shoots 20% slower. So the longer you keep shooting with this gun, the more you'd wish you'd use the regular minigun, for the most part. So with the current nerf of the spin-up time, before it was 40 and a lot of people used it, and now it's 10 and very few people use it. Compared to who did, because it's like its usefulness and area of effect has differentiated quite a while after the update. And what happened is that I guess Valve wants to emphasize on being sneaky, like being spun up and like hiding in a corner and waiting for some people to run by, because you can do a lot of damage really fast with that. So we're going to be looking at that later, but we're going to be looking at some combinations, and now we're going to look at how the Tomislav works with the gloves, the killing gloves of killing gloves boxing. Fuck. Yes. Okay. Because the killing gloves of boxing, when you kill somebody with it, it gives you crits, and with the increased spin-up time of the Tomislav, this can actually be pretty beneficial. So I'm gonna bring up the chat here. Yes, there we go. So here we have Hugs, guy from Jolly Ranchers, pretty fun guy. He's gonna be playing here on the map Payload Thunder Mountain on the last part here, and he's gonna be a heavy. Shock! Everybody's gonna be a heavy this episode. Spoilers. And all you can see, like Tomislav is pretty good against the standard. He's pretty good against heavy, though, like scouts and And pyros, and here he comes, he brings the glove, some boxing, and he punches him, gets the crit, spins up, and deals a ton of damage, doing that damage, and then getting immediately backstabbed by a spy, because that's what happens, you get stabbed as a heavy. Because spies are good against heavies, they will always attack you while you're preoccupied. So, moving on to the next one, we're going to look a bit more about being sneaky. And the thing about being sneaky is that you have to be patient, you have to wait for your opponents to come to you. You can't be sneaky and run towards them because you're heavy and you're fat, slow, and Russian, and yeah. So we're on Thunder Mountain here, now on defense instead of attack, and we're just waiting for the gates to open. It takes quite a while, so continue sticking around for a bit. 30 seconds. Alright, the gates are open. He's currently inside this little house here. He's going to look at the train. Here comes the train. Oh, look, there's a train over there. Yes. So, we see Hugs here sitting here, and he's spun up. What this is good for is that it doesn't give away your position. You can stay spun up, nobody will know you're here. Unless you start shooting and you get that sound bug, so you can actually get the drop on people up here. But there's a thing. When people go in this door, they will actually see you. So standing in this corner is a much better choice of getting like the drop, because you'll also get a little flank going. And you see Hugs immediately repositioning himself to that corner. Yes. So there comes a pyro on his team, and look, here's the sound bug. He's not shooting, but he makes a loud sound. Everybody hears this but you. And then he's going to shoot some more, and the sound is still there. So this is something I hope Valve is going to fix soon, because this problem has been here since day one with this weapon, I think. And the thing about Tomislav, if you are spun up and an enemy heavy is spun up, and the enemy heavy is not running Natasha or Tomislav, you're going to lose in a firefight one-on-one anyway. But he got the nice flank, the heavies did not see him, and that's what he needed. And here's the thing about staying in a spot for too long. When your opponent kills you, well, I mean, when you kill the opponent, he knows where you are. So the next time he's alive, he will know you're there. So if you stay there for too long, they're gonna, know you're there. And if they're spun up when they come around the corner, you're pretty dead as shit. And down he goes. So aside from sounding like a tree motorboat, the Tomislav can be pretty useful. Even though it does shoots 20% slower, which means its average damage per second is a lot lower. Actually, the damage per second for Tomislav at point blank is between 400 and 432. While if you look at the minigun, at point blank, it's like 500 to 540. So that's like, over 100 damage differential. Different. Not the same. Per second, and that's a lot, especially when it comes to like Uber and taking down sentry guns and clusters of enemies. So that's something that's not too good about it. So the Tomislav is good if you shoot in like small bursts, like you shoot like dun 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 and then spin up and spin down and dun dun dun, someone over there, someone over there. But if you stay in one spot like on a cart and just keep shooting the entire round, you're better off using another minigun. So here we're gonna look at a fine replay here by the man Chopper, moderator, but he's gonna be using the standard fists because as a heavy, when you use the shotgun, you should not use the shotgun and gloves are running urgently, because the way the shotgun works is that, we talked about this in the shot minigun episode, is that you want to be able to do damage as much as possible. So when you run around with the shotgun, you want to be able to do instant damage. And here we have some very good positioning here by Chopper. Notice that he's like using the corner to his advantage, and he's shooting the center gun. He just took out the dispenser. And if you take out the dispenser first, that means the engineer will not have enough metal to support his sentry gun. So even if it's wrangled, if you just keep shooting at it, it will die. And then he has like his spy buddy here like sapping it, and they take it out. And the thing about standing in the corner there is that if things get too dicey and he has to fall back, he can just run back and into cover and run back down. So no problem there whatsoever. And I just want to take a look at our hero of the day, which is this pyro. He's like, oh yeah, let's go over there. Going over here. And I'm a pyro. And, oh shit! Shit are heavy! Alright, get him. Alright, flame him. Yes! Yes, get him. Get him. Get him. The flamethrower doesn't have a long range. Who knew? So there we go, back to Chopper here. He's going to be playing on offense here. running with the payload. And notice that he, like the other heavy, is doing what I just said you should not be doing, and that is being on the cart shooting the entire fucking time, or at least it sounds like that. But you know, minigun, brass beast. Brass beast is actually pretty good if you stand on top of the center of the payload. And then his medic goes down and he drops the Uber, and he's just gonna go for it and see what damage he can do. And he jumps down, takes out a sentry, and then gets immediately gunned down by the new minigun, which we will cover later. So yeah, that was pretty standard basic stuff right there. So we're gonna go on to the next replay, which is more killing gloves and boxing action, as well as the sound bug. So just keep in mind, if you ever use this, remember to, after every kill or every time you shot, spin up and down your gun twice. Otherwise you may risk having that sound bug, because it doesn't always come. So you just gotta be careful of that until Valve fixes it, and yet they have not fixed it. So here we go about the shotgun, seeing the power of the shotgun. You have so many bullets, really softening him up, and there you go, getting the crit, and then switching to the shotgun and taking him out, because with the shotgun, you can position yourself and do that damage. That is important to note. However, it plays very differently than if you play with a sandwich. Another killing gloves of boxing killer and just getting tons of crits. And I got quite a variety of responses with this replay when people sent me the replay. This is, by the way, Chain. Heavy's been sending a lot of replays, a lot of good replays, always on topic, good at showcasing what we want to see. And here again, using the shotgun, you see he's repositioning himself, kind of like strafing back and forth, just want to kill this mini sentry. And he's going to run up, and then he actually has some people behind him that he hasn't noticed, and he's going to run up here and reload. And he's going to switch into the Tomislav and then work on taking out the soldier. Excellent work there. And now he has the sound bug once again. And the thing is, like, if you think you're sneaky, I'm like, oh yeah, they totally don't know I'm here. But with this motorboat going constantly, like, see, he's not shooting and it's still going, it's going to give away your position. And you never want to give away your position ever unless you want to scare them. But a Tomislav heavy is not very scary if you're a heavy as well. It's like, oh, he's running the Tomislav. I'm spun up, and he's spun up. I will win every single time, unless he gets like a lucky crit or something. So you see, Tomislav is pretty, like, Tomislav shotgun is pretty good with the killing gloves of boxing, which isn't used as much because everybody's running the gloves are running urgently these days. So what we're gonna be looking at in the next replay is that people, when they use this, they tend to use this as a standard minigun, like the stock one. So we're gonna go on Badwater on defense here, and here we have the Chris D. And the thing about different opinions and varieties of opinions, when I got these replays, like, oh my god, I really love playing with this, this is so fun, and Christy's like, oh my god, it's the worst fucking game ever, why would I want to carry a shotgun when I can carry a sandwich? Fuck this gun. Like, this is a variety, and it's all about how you use it. And this is like showing you how to, I guess, how to not use it. Because keep in mind, you gotta shoot in small bursts. So here he is, he's just shooting a little bit. Oh, that's fine, that's a nice little burst there. Gonna shoot some more, and eventually falling back. Nope, he's gonna go for it. And right now, you're gonna wish you had the standard minigun. Because he's been shooting for quite some time, and he's gonna be falling back eventually, taking out a pyro. And the sentry gun goes down. And there's currently no one here. Using here's the thing about the shotgun. You use your shotgun when you're retreating or repositioning yourself. And he is not. He's kind of retreating because there's actually not a lot of blue presence around him at the moment. And yeah, now he's using the shotgun properly, and now he should be switching to the Tomislav, which he does not. He just continues using the shotgun, and he finally takes out the soldier on the 8th shot, and the Uber is popped here. And there's a spy behind him, and there's a medic here, and an Uber, and he's going to be taking out this medic, I think. Yes, down the medic goes. Uber is popped to take out a heavy as well. But there's no sentry, everything is dead. So then it's going to take some time and reload all these 8 shots. Keep in mind, standard, you can use this as a standard shotgun, kind of. Probably one of the more or less used weapons in the entire game, especially for heavy, because everybody just runs the sandwich or the regular stock shotgun, just because the shotgun puts out a higher amount of damage on the first 6 shots, but when you have to reload and your opponent still isn't dead, you're gonna wish you had the family business, which is this shotgun right here. And it's always like tricky for people that are used to using the sandwich and not the shotgun, because there's like certain rules that apply to when you should use the shotgun and when you should switch to the minigun. And right here, like you just saw there, he was in a firefight. The heavy was spun up. He was spun up. The heavy with the stronger minigun had the cart and a medic healing. So regardless of how you attack that, you would not have been able to kill that at all unless you got some, you know, lucky crits, which you shouldn't count on. Yeah. So we're just going to continue this, seeing how it works when you continue to use the Tomislav as a regular minigun. However, the 10% faster spin-up time is nice, but if you're in, you know, like I said, a heavy-on-heavy firefight, you're going to be wishing you had the regular minigun. And here he's going to be repositioning yourself, and this is a good example of when you to use the shotgun. Because you just run over here, and you see it like some guys, and you just do some damage. And you're thinking, well, I don't want to do some damage, I want to kill them. Because. You don't need a reason. Here's the thing. Have you ever been like, you've probably been in a fight, you know, in Team Fortress 2, like a firefight, and you barely escape, and you have like less, like 12 or less health when you escape, right? Right. So that means if anyone at any time just shot you with a shotgun while repositioning yourself, mainly a heavy, you would not have survived that. So it actually matters. Any kind of damage you can do actually matters. That's about maximizing damage, and that's how you get a lot of assists and a lot of kills. Because you'll be surprised if you just keep shooting, like how much people die when you shoot them. Spoilers. If you shoot people, they die eventually. So he's going to go on the roof here, and he's going to be taking some cover behind the walls. And here's the thing. Excellent work here by the Christie. Because here's the thing. Like, he saw there was a heavy with a minigun. And he saw he had, like, heals on him. He didn't know, like, there was 2 medics and a soldier. But he knows, like, by himself, even in one-on-one fair conditions, he would not come out on top in a heavy fight. So he's just gonna fall back eventually and kill the spy, and the spy gets a nice face stab on the engineer, because that's what spies do, they get face stabs. And then falling back on the low ground, he's gonna be staying here on the stairs. Maybe try and work on getting on a flank and having a bit of a sound bug once again. And he gets a drop on the medic, and the medic goes down, and there's a sniper here, and a pyro behind him. He takes out the pyro, and the pyro helps him out of his flames, takes out a sniper as well, and now they're really holding the upper floor here. And here he jumps down, and he is spun up, the heavy is spun up. And heavy just turns around and brutally murders him. And yeah, that's how it goes. So with the Tomislav in general, try to avoid any battles with already spun up heavies unless they're running the Natasha. Then you might have a chance. But it depends. Like if you have your team with you and like someone can help you, like do additional damage, like a headshot or like any kind of damage would actually help a lot in a heavy fight. So we're gonna be moving on to the next one, which is another continuation showing you that like 20% slower firing speed actually hurts a lot when you need to do a lot of damage really fast. And when do you need to do a lot of damage really fast? That's when you Ubered. That's when you need to have maximum ownage ponage. And okay, this is me apparently. We're gonna be playing here on steel. Just waiting for the gates to open. Just waiting for that gate to open. Gates are open. Alright, so we're gonna go. And Uber is popped very early, but better to pop it than drop it. So we're gonna be going up here and okay, we're on, and the Uber is just over, and you can just see there's me and a medic and a soldier versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, it's 3 versus 8. Okay, and this gun right here does by no means the amount of damage needed to kill this before I'm dead as shit. So we're spun up and we start to do the damage, get a pyro, get a demo. Our demo man helps us, pyro comes in, and there's just not enough damage here. I'm not sure if it would have fared any better if you used the regular minigun, but at least you would have gotten more kills. You would have been able to do more damage. And that's like a situation, if you use the Tomislav, you often find yourself in, like, you don't have enough firepower to just kill what's around you as a heavy. So we're gonna go go on the next one, and since a lot of the user submitted replays, they don't really use the Tomislav as much. they're not used to the sound bug. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when you're used to the sound bug. So we're still on Control Point Steel, probably the most confusing map for new players in Team Fortress 2 because there's points everywhere. But it's a really, really fun map. And one thing you can use the shotgun for, because it has so many bullets, is that you can use it for spy checks. And you go like, hey, use the shotgun for spy checks. I never heard about that before in my life. I thought pyros did spy check in your minigun. So here's what I mean. Watch what I do, right? So here's the thing. I don't have the gloves of running urgently. So I can't run very fast. So what I do is that I run with this gun. And where do spies usually hide if they're cloaked? Well, they hide in corners. And I have a lot of bullets, and there's no, real threat here, so I can just run with the shotgun. Because if you're running and repositioning yourself, always run with the shotgun. So we check here, corners, no spies here, just shooting over there, no spies there, no spies there. Just checking, just using the ammo, because I'll be mainly using the Tomislav anyway. So it doesn't really matter. There's a soldier here, he's real low. There's a sniper here, and reloading, and now we're going to be switching up to the Tomislav very soon once we're done positioning ourselves. There we go. That's a pyro behind us. He doesn't stand a chance because we get the lucky crits. It wouldn't really matter. He would have died anyway because heavies are good against pyros, period. And we're going to be going up here and starting to do that damage. And after every kill, we spin down the gun, and the engineer has a bit of a late sentry setup here. We take that out. And now we shoot the scout, and we know we have the sound bug. So we're going to spin down and spin up again, like that. Now it's completely silent. So keep that in mind. After you get a kill or after you shoot, there might be a bug. It's not always, but often. And now we still have it, just spinning down, spinning up, like that. And because most people play public servers, they're not going to communicate and tell you that there's a heavy in the corner, so you can get a lot of kills that way. So we're going to go and grab some health, and there's a soldier here, and taking him out, yes, nice and easy.
Easy operation.
There we go, it's a scout here, going to be using a shotgun as we fall back and try to grab that health. And then I'm going to be spinning it up, and now the scout, if he didn't hear the little sound that comes when we're spun up, he won't know we're spun up. So if he comes and tries to get the drop on us, we'll just kill him because we can just shoot instantly. But our spy comes instead and we kill him. The scout's still up there, he throws the milk, and we're going to be positioning ourselves. Because the thing about in this position right here, as a heavy, without the gloves of running urgently, the scout can just use his superior speed to just shoot, hide behind corners, shoot, hide behind corners, shoot, hide behind corners, and then grab the health kit. He also gets health while he's shooting at us because he coated us in milk. And we're going to be forced to falling back, but we're on the low ground, and you don't really want to be on the low ground ever. So now I'm trying to get the medic to come with me, and the plan is to go around here to get a flank on the side here, because they can come out from this spawn doors and these spawn doors here. So that's the plan. But it's not always to get people to do what they want because they're guy on the point, and we try to get around, but it won't really do, and the pyro just compression blasts us. And we fall to our deaths. So yeah. Pyros on maps where you can fall to your deaths are pretty good. So I'm going to show you the premier example of when using a shotgun is really good when you're not using the gloves of running urgently. Gloves of running urgently, not so good anymore, because you can't just run into situations, be on top of them, because you're like mini crits, and when you take mini crits, it's like you're covered in Girardi, and 2 rockets or 2 pipes kills you. Okay, so notice this position here. This is pretty important. There's like cover the pyro can take here, and the thing's like I want to get on the cart. That's why I'm going this way, and I'm going by myself because my team is God knows where. So here's what happens. I shoot, and then he takes the cover, and while he's in cover, I can't shoot him. So like, yeah, well, might as well take the time to switch to this gun, and then spin up, and then go closer and try to finish this pyro here. And actually, because of the way the cover works and that pyros are bad against heavies, actually works in your favor pretty well. So soldier comes and tries to take us out, and that it does. But that is just a good example of when to use the shotgun as a heavy. That's when you reposition yourself, want to do some amount of damage, because any type of damage you do will actually help you later, in case, you know, the enemy is left barely alive. If you did that tiny bit of damage, he's going to die, pretty much. But you don't always get the assist for it, and you don't always get the kill for it, but it does work, trust me. Because I look a trustworthy guy. I wear a headset and a hat. You should trust me. So we've seen some melee use, but not from the eviction notice, which is the fists that they hit faster, but they do less damage. They do like 60% less damage, but they hit 50% faster. So that means the first few hits, you will do more damage than the regular fists. So it's about doing a little damage really fast, pretty much. It's kind of like Liberty Launcher, kind of. You do damage faster, but not as much as you normally would if you have to go over a certain time period. Scout comes here, and Pyro. Pyro's bad against heavies because, you know, you just see it, like right there. I mean, right here on the screen, which is my favorite place to be. On your monitor, is that if a Pyro attacks a heavy head-on, the Pyro has about 200 something damage per second, and heavy has like 500. And here's the thing: if you compression blast the heavy, you push him further away from your flame, and you will do less damage, and the heavy still shoots you, and you die. So you're screwed anyway as a Pyro. It's gonna be running with the shotgun, seeing a soldier here. We actually take him out with the second shot, and oh, there's another soldier here. Come on, bring it on! Taking him out. Yes, nice work. Creating a bit of a funky sound when you do that. So I'll show you when the eviction notice is really good. The eviction notice is the best against demos and soldiers for the most part, if you're really close to them. Because you can tank some amount of damage they put out, and it will also hurt themselves. And the way that, here you have a baller scout, by the way, that just jumps on. I mean, come on, look at this. Like, being a baller and just being really aggressive really pays off a lot of times, because sometimes people are really low, and if you just keep doing the damage, like maximizing damage, like every single time you can do that. So here we are, like on, you know, the cart, and the scout's like, yeah, I'm gonna go up and kill a guy. Running up, gonna kill the heavy, and that's exactly what I do, and boom, he's dead.
Easy operation.
So, not that hard as a scout to kill a heavy, if you just get the drop on him. So we're gonna be moving on to the last replay of the day before we talk about next week's topic. And that is the best way to use the eviction notice. And then after the replay, we're going to recap pretty quickly the Tomislav Set in general and what Valve wants you to do. So go running with the shotgun. We're repositioning ourselves. Soldier down there using the Liberty Launcher. Going to be reloading our shotgun and attacking. And now we're pretty close, right? So he shoots us once. And then we're like, hey, I was just going to go for it. We run close to him, and then we switch to the eviction notice, and then we kill him. Because if you run right up to their face and you're low on health, like I was here, I was like really low on health, I don't have time to spin up the Tomislav before I'm dead. So I just need to do the fastest amount of damage after I switch weapons, because I was out of shotgun ammo, and that is to use the fists. Which was mainly the eviction notice, and thanks to their increased firing speed, I only needed like 2 hits, and then he was dead. So if I had used any kind of different melee weapon in that situation, I would have died. So here we see the point of just hiding. Nobody knows I'm here because, you know, you spun up, just spinning it up in case I have that bug. And we're just waiting for the health pack because, you know, we don't have a sandwich, you can't eat anything. It's good for your diet when you're a fat man. And we see a scout and he's bonked. You're like, why are you shooting a scout that's bonked? You know that doesn't work. And here's the thing, I don't know when he bonked, so the bonk might just run out anytime I see him, so that's why I shoot him. Soldier comes, there's a spy here. Spy checking, killing the spy. If you're a spy using the Invisi-Watch, the most annoying thing is getting caught in like the bullets of a heavy. Soldier comes, he's like, yeah, crits. And he takes us out. Yes, so that is gonna sum up the Tomislav episode. Hopefully you got a little idea of how to use it. It is not as powerful as the minigun. And the shotgun is only better than the standard shotgun if you use more than 6 shots. For the most part, yes. And the eviction notice is good when you need to do, when you're like out of shotgun ammo and you need to do some amount of damage really fast and you don't have enough time to, you know, spin up the Tomislav. So with that, the Tomislav is good for sneaking, being a bit sneaky, you know, using the silent spin up time to get the drop on your enemies, but you can only do that so many times. So do not stand on the cart and just use the Tomislav and just shoot throughout the entirety of the map. If you're going to stand close to the cart, you might as well stand on the cart and use the brass beast and pretend you're a sentry. So with that, we're going to go on to a pretty popular segment. I guess you've heard of it. It's called fuck, I didn't have that. Crap. Okay. It's called it's called something. It's really good. It starts with R and ends with Raffle. My browser froze. Yes, okay, it's time for raffle. Raffle time. So now everybody that's in the chat, if the chat works, I haven't checked yet, because the chat's over here now on this screen. And let's see, does it work? Does it work? Yes, it does indeed work. So I've grabbed the user list now. So if you just joined in, when I say you just joined in, you're fucked. So we're gonna actually do that raffle today. And then next time we're gonna do a double raffle, and we're gonna do a raffle just for people that have submitted replays, because I got so many replays. And thumbs up, because I don't do hearts, to those guys for sending in excellent replays. They were really good. So what? All right. So we're gonna grab all the viewers. It's currently 19 of you, which is good. And then we're gonna go to our favorite website, which is random.org, and we're gonna grab a random number. And here's the thing how it works. If I call your name, your Twitch TV name, you gotta remember what that is. And I tell your name, you gotta tell your Steam ID in the chat, and then I will add you, and then you get to pick a free item, one free item. But if you're not in the chat, if you don't answer, I'm gonna grab the user list again and do the same raffle once over. So we have 1 to 19. I think that was the right one. Yes, 1 to 19. Okay, cool. So we're gonna be bringing up the website right now. There we go. I see. Fuck. I'm a bad actor. Whoop. Whoop. Yes. Random number. Fuck. Why is this big? There we go. Yes, good. So we're just gonna click 1 to 19, and we're just gonna be clicking generate for a while. So there we go. Generate, and the number is 6. All right. So who is? Oh wait, 1 to 19, mother. 1 to 19. Okay. Sorry, number 6. You have to wait because not everybody was included. Number 7. Ha! Sucks to be you, number 6. Oh, whoops. There we go. Yes. So that is number 7. Number 7. Which is... That is... Fop Mud PD. Fop Mud PD, congratulations. You have won the raffle. And while we wait for him to type in his Steam ID in the chat, I'm going to tell you the topic for next time, which is going to be an engineer episode. And it's going to be how to... spot a good sentry spot. So you can just play engineer and you have to use the level 3 sentry, like use the wrench or the jag or the eureka effect. Though either of those 3 works, and just have a level 3 sentry in a good spot, a bad spot, or an interesting spot, or like any kind of like we want to see interesting play also, as well as the standard stuff. So submit those replays to HiGPSreplays.com. And did Fatman I already have it on Steam. Cool. So just message me on Steam. Yes. All right. So it's the guy. Oh, the guy 1 is Dionosauce. So we're gonna opening trade to him with him now, so you can pick his raffle. Remember, it's picked completely random. Always. Yes. And later today, I'm gonna be doing a new segment which is called Over Commentary, so stay tuned for that on the stream. It's also going to be on YouTube and other sites as well. Oh, trading session has expired. Let's try again. So yeah, next week's topic, engineer. Good center spot, bad center spot, stuff like that. Yes, there we go, trade is finally up. So let's see. Knife, this, and this, and this, and this. Not that one, that's mine. Okay, pick one. Pick one. Hound Dog. Alright, the Hound Dog is crafted by Frostal, my moderator. So congratulations on winning that hat. Hound Dog. After we've done it, that's pretty fitting after a heavy episode getting the Hound Dog. So you can do that. So remember, we're also going to do a separate raffle for submitters of replays as well, which increases your chances to win. So that's the show today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.